Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is going to take a look at what Luke Skywalker was up to during the events of The Mandalorian. Obviously, he arrived just in time to mow down the terrifying platoon of dark troopers and save the day. And this was a huge moment. But if you're new to Star Wars, or maybe you're not quite sure where The Mandalorian fits in the timeline, then it may have been a surprise to see Luke. I mean, the last time we saw him on screen, he was a Force ghost in The Rise of Skywalker. In this video though, we'll cover what Luke was up to immediately after the Return of the Jedi, episode 6 of the Star Wars movies, leading up to season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. Before we jump in, if you're not familiar with the Star Wars dating system, I'll explain it real quick. There are two types of dates, BBY and ABY, before the Battle of Yavin and after the Battle of Yavin. The Battle of Yavin simply refers to the final battle in A New Hope, where the first Death Star was blown up. This was the first Star Wars movie, so naturally the dating revolves around it. For added reference, The Mandalorian takes place in the year 9ABY, so 9 years after A New Hope. Luke faced his father, Darth Vader, on the second Death Star 5 years before the events of The Mandalorian. After the redemption of Anakin Skywalker, the future of the Jedi was looking bright. Luke believed that if one Jedi, referring to his father, could bring balance to the Force, then a new Jedi Order would be able to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. In the weeks following the Battle of Endor, the battle that resulted in the destruction of the second Death Star and the death of Emperor Palpatine, Luke set out to learn all he could about the Force and the Jedi. He traveled to places like Pilio, an aquatic planet that was home to one of Emperor Palpatine's observatories. On this mission, he met an Imperial named Del Meeko. The two are forced to work together in order to survive, and after reaching the observatory, Luke finds a Jedi compass that functions in a similar manner to the Sith Wayfinders used in The Rise of Skywalker. Later, after Ben Solo's turn to the dark side, Luke even uses this compass to locate Ahch-To, where he would live in exile. But that's jumping the gun. Luke began training his sister shortly after the events of Return of the Jedi as well. She became his first apprentice. Leia excelled in her Jedi training, but a vision revealing the death of her unborn son, Ben Solo, caused her to end her path as a Jedi. She gave Luke her lightsaber, telling him to give it to a promising student. This scene is shown in The Rise of Skywalker. Some have even theorized that the pause in Luke and Leia's sparring session is the moment that Luke heard Grogu's call on Tython. That hasn't been confirmed, but it fits. The war against the Empire lasted for another year after Endor. During this time, Luke played a role in fighting the fragmented Empire. One Imperial officer even claimed to see the Jedi Knight using the Force and his lightsaber to bring down Star Destroyers. This comes from the junior novel Legends of Luke Skywalker. Legends like this explain why Moff Gideon looked like he was going to crap his pants when he realized Luke had come for Grogu. After the peace treaty was signed between the Empire and the New Republic 1 year after Endor, Luke set his sights on building his new Jedi Order. Luke was optimistic about the future, but he was hesitant to take another apprentice after Leia. He felt that he needed to discover more about the Jedi lore before he could take more Padawans. From what we can tell, the next 4 years of Luke's life are spent traveling the galaxy and discovering the mysteries of the Jedi Order. During his travels, he finds things like the ancient Jedi texts that we see in The Last Jedi. In addition to other artifacts, Luke travels to ancient Jedi sites. Luke utilized the Jedi compass he found earlier to find the location of the first Jedi temple, which he believed was Ahch-To. Luke, being the last of the Jedi, embodied the legacy of the Jedi. And during his travels, he kept an eye out for Force-sensitive beings that could become his students. I've covered this in other videos, but I think it's this time in Luke's life that really separates him from the Jedi of the Old Order. Luke was able to travel the galaxy and learn things about the Force and the Jedi that had been long forgotten. An important thing to note is that Luke was doing all of this by following the promptings of the Force. This was something that the Jedi before him had neglected, with the exception of a few like Qui-Gon Jinn. In 9ABY, or 5 years after the Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker is contacted through the Force by Grogu. After rescuing Grogu, Din Djarin, and the others from the platoon of Moff Gideon's Dark Troopers, Luke takes Grogu with him to be trained in the ways of the Force. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the story of Luke and Grogu. At this point in the timeline, there are a lot of questions. Will Luke finish Grogu's training before Ben Solo turns to the dark side? At this point, Luke is still hesitant to take on more students, and it takes years of training Ben before Luke even feels ready for more students. So does this mean that Grogu is no longer with Luke by the time of his new Jedi Order? I don't know. At this point, we can only theorize. The goal of this video was simply to give a brief overview of what Luke was up to leading to The Mandalorian. For many of you, it was possibly information you already knew, but to casual fans, I hope it helped explain why Luke fit so well in the story of The Mandalorian. I hope you have a fantastic day, and may the Force be with you.